still working because it is a small talent pool. I'm being competitive on a bigger stage. Look at this.
You know, Giovanni Daley, the Sugar Man here. I'm out here with my boy Anthony Bambara. We looking at this video. We're gonna break it down.
Perfect.
See what's up.
Let's go. Right off the bat, I gotta ask, did you watch the video that we posted about the 4 things you do really well?
No.
Yeah, we didn't name you.
Really?
Where I said, these are the 4 things that the guy I'm fighting does really well that I'm hoping I can deal with.
And what were they?
And they were, so you have a good pull counter.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
And sometimes you stick your tongue out at people when you do the pull counter. All right. You got a fast one too.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
You do a great job of attacking the body mid combination.
Uh-huh.
Yep. And you finish on the left hand.
Okay.
You got me with a pull counter.
A few times.
Yep.
I was trying to.
Yeah.
I couldn't really. You was doubling up the jab.
I was trying to smother it.
Yeah.
I did a good job of, I'm real, I'll tell you right now.
Go to the body. I
I'm
didn't really
delicate
go
to the body.
Yeah.
Yeah, you only tried a couple times and I was there and I was like.
I told my teammates before this fight, I was like, I'm not going to the body. Because like I didn't want to get caught up with your hooks.
Yeah. It's tough if you're the taller guy.
Yeah.
Because
that
you
too,
reach
'cause
for
I
the
gotta
body
dig
and
down.
you're really vulnerable there. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, so you can see, especially in this first round, like, when you're jabbing, like, I'm always scared of the 2. And it stops me from building any momentum early.
Damn, I wish I knew that.
Yeah, and I slip the jab and then
Oh,
too,
okay,
so
okay,
you
okay,
always
okay.
have like 2 beats to try
So
to
if
hit
I
me.
come with the 3,
Yeah.
the 3 might hit.
The 3 might hit. Yep. So yeah, we come in.
So off the rip, I was like, I'm gonna start jabbing off the rip.
Smart.
Let him see my speed.
And I was trying to figure out your range so that I could figure. So I'm trying to like see when does he throw. You know.
And I do a good job with this like little half step going back.
Yeah.
But sometimes like I'm very comfortable on the rope, so I need to like.
Yeah, I realized early when we were doing this, because like one of my favorite punches is that overhand right over the jab, and I realized with the range that you were too long.
Yeah.
So I stopped trying to go over with the right hand, and I started trying to come under to the body.
I got you.
I was like, I'm not going to be able to reach him over the top of his left hand without leaving myself vulnerable for that 2 as well.
Yeah, because I do roll
you do.
pretty well too. Yeah.
You had a couple like Canelo moments in here where I throw that right hand and you're like,
yeah. I was like, I had to turn my head and stuff like that.
It looked really
oh
good.
My
it
God.
looked really good. Nice.
Yeah, bro, you was fucking strong. I went back to the corner like, yo, he's strong.
I'm glad. I went back to the corner. I was like, yo, he's fast.
So again, like just jab. I was like, let me keep him away.
Yeah.
This round, just jab.
And I was trying to double up on it. I was trying to be threatening. You know, it's tough. Like I could tell your level of composure compared to a lot of the guys that I'd fought. I was like, he is not nearly as concerned, or as you're not scared.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of guys, you put the pressure on them like that and they get scared. You were never scared.
Right here, I felt your power.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, let me get him off of me.
I saw you turn your head a little bit. Yep. But I also think you felt my power, but then you started talking to me in this first round. Dude, I talk to people all the time. So, like, game recognized game. But, like, you hurt my fucking feelings, bro. I throw 2 shots at you, and you were like,
I was like,
nope,
almost.
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
Almost. And I was like, in my head, man, I was like, you son of a bitch. Like, I was.
Yeah, because, like, if you know boxing and you have the fighter's eye, you'll see that it
barely misses.
You know, and I don't know if these judges are really seeing these things. But, like, and I'm telling you, I'm like, oh, no, almost. Almost.
And I literally had a moment where I was like, you were doing the same thing in 2 fights ago to a guy. I was like, be cool. I was like, don't be antagonized.
Yeah, that's the way to get in your head.
That's smart, though. That's smart. You know, I hate it.
Especially the referee can't hear me.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I get warned in a lot of my fights when I'm doing well for talking. Because I like to talk. I think that's a strategy. I think that just like you talking, spitting out the mouth guard, talking to clinch. Smart.
You whisper something in their ear.
Yeah. That's smart. You know, but yeah, it's a strategy. And like I said, you did it to me. And my gut was like, and I was like, cool. Don't be mad about it. Don't be mad about it. Yeah,
wow, because I did not notice.
Yeah.
So here you go.
There was that 1-2.
The 1-2.
Yep.
And I was like, move.
And you know, Roberto Duran talks about how like everybody gets punched. If you're a good boxer and you're thinking, you don't get hit with the same thing twice. So you can see like you catch me with the 1-2 here. Let's see, 1-2, and then you throw it again, and I get under it. Which I was like, okay, cool. I was like, don't get hit twice, you know? Yep. This was my favorite moment.
Oh, yeah, me keeping you out.
The framing was really good. Look at me whiff that, and you made me exit. You know?
Yeah.
That frame was really good. I missed the 6.
The uppercut,
I
right?
stepped back. I was like, what am I supposed to do? You know?
So what would you, like, if, like, next time somebody pawing you out like that?
What I teach my guys is to break contact and come back in.
Okay.
You know, because, like, you're never going to win that, like, playground game of, like, pushing against a guy who's holding you back. You know what I mean? So you got to break contact and re-enter. The old school guys, if you read Rocky Marciano's book, he's like, punch their arm. You know? But it's tough with you because I'm on the line. And I'm scared about my body. So if I punch your arm, my body's open. So you can see what I do is I get the left elbow up.
Okay,
So I just try to, like, clear the hands.
Yeah, and try to pin.
On the way through. So, like, I loved that moment from you. And I felt it in there. I was like, he's doing it really. He appears open, but he is not.
Yeah,
I was like, there's not a lot for me to hit. You know?
No, and I'll practice this in sparring here. You know?
I can see you doing this to Marco.
Yes.
Yes, he says. He goes,
can we get that in the video?
And just like that, me and Mark aren't friends anymore. Damn, just like that. Mm-hmm. So, like, I was asking you earlier, why'd you stop? Do you know why you stopped doing that? Was it just because
it took up some energy for me, and like just locking that out because you were stepping pretty strong, and I knew you was a boxing coach.
Yeah.
So I know you're gonna make your adjustments and stuff like that.
That's cool.
So,
I appreciate being given the.
No, I have respect for your IQ.
But I will say, you know, when we meet again, I struggle with guys that are good at framing.
Okay.
So find a way to make that. I'll keep training hard. You know, find a way to make that work.
Yeah,
you know,
it'll be another chess match.
Yeah. Good. There were so many of those 6s that just, like, I barely caught. They made me so scared. You can see something I was doing. I was really trying to move to your left.
Okay.
Away from your right hand. Everything I do, I was trying to get over your left shoulder. Over your left shoulder.
So you're only fighting one side of it. Yeah.
So I was like, every time I kept trying to sneak.
That's the same game plan I had.
Yeah, exactly. You and me had the same thing. You and me just said they're not hitting each other, just pretending to be James Toney for 3 rounds. That's it. Yep. Good. And I was trying to go ahead.
So yeah, those clinches, I was like, I was holding for dear life.
Yeah.
Honestly, because you hit me. And I was like, fuck. I was like, it hurts.
You got a great ability to be in a strong position to disperse force and to turn with shots and take a lot off of them. Because, like, I'm not trying to pat myself on the back.
Yeah.
But, like, I hit you with a couple right hands in this fight.
Yeah, you did.
I have knocked out plenty of people with that right hand, so you did a great job.
Okay.
You know?
Just snuffing out the power.
There was never even a moment that I hit you where I was like, he's hurt, pounce on him. I hit him and I was like, fuck, I got to do this all over again. Like, you know, which was great. Yeah. So you do a really good job. You can see, even when I'm putting the pressure on you.
Yeah.
You catch that on your shoulder. You turn with that shot. You've got your arm there to stop me from following through.
Also,
on that
I have
punch.
A lot. And I was like, if I'm going to take a punch, at least, like, it go right here.
That
like,
was one of the first
stop.
things I learned at the pros camp. They were like, blocking isn't just about obstructing the punch.
Yeah.
It's about stopping your head from moving. So if you can pin your head to your shoulder or squish your head to your shoulder so it's immobile, you're not going to get knocked out.
Exactly, Because especially that brain shaking up in there
absolutely.
when you snap back and stuff like that and all that. Yeah.
I tell my guys all the time, like, you never see somebody get knocked out when, like, a punch hits them and stops. They only get knocked out when a punch hits them and follows through.
Follows
it
through.
moves their head, you know.
And granted, I was very well hydrated in this fight.
Smart.
All right. Dehydrated fighters get knocked out.
Steven was saying you weren't going to make weight. He was talking shit. So
as always.
So where do you cut from?
I cut from 175. Right now I'm 175.
You're about the same weight as me. I cut from 170. So we're like in the same spot, you know. And again, just like you said, dehydrated fighters. I used to do a big cut. So I used to fight down at 154.
I used to do a lot of water cut.
And again, hurt my cardio, hurt my durability. And I was like, maybe
sucks you out.
I should just be walking around near the weight, you know? Cool. Yeah, I was doing the same thing where, like, you were so fast. Every time we hit a clinch, I was trying to push your head down. I was like, if I could tire his back a little bit.
All right. So, yeah. So, your double jab and then your 6 was giving me trouble. But, you know, me being there as an amateur, I'm like, always come back. Always come back.
Yep. And I figured that you were familiar with the double jab, too. Like, I knew I wasn't. That was another good moment where you turned.
Yeah. But, like, I turned, but I'm not, like, bouncing off.
Yep.
I never
touched you there.
Ready to engage.
early,
Boom.
and then you're immediately there throwing back. And like, thank God that you and me both have responsible defenses.
That
was one of the moments I wanted to highlight. I want to know if that was on purpose right there.
What?
So
the uppercut and then
yeah.
right
So
hand?
right here you frame,
Yeah.
and whenever anybody frames, I always anticipate that they're coming through with the other hand,
Ooh.
and you frame and then you hit with the same hand.
Came
and I was
up.
like, damn it, I was all ready for the 2. Yep.
I don't
Is that
know
just something you saw?
If I thought about that
Yeah.
entirely, I kind of did check you out with that right hand, right there.
And again, that's another one of those moments of framing. You know, you can see it's a good tactic.
I only think that I don't know if I thought it or I just saw the open.
Yeah, cool.
And
Maybe
rather than
open,
coming
you can
around,
see my posture is pretty broken.
Yeah, and
so
you
you
was
can see
down
when
there
you
too.
Frame, I'm right there in your jab lane to be hit.
Yeah.
So maybe that's it. We just saw it. But I remember thinking, I remember seeing that moment, and that's like hooking off the jab, where it's like that is an effort, that is a labor to make a decision to do something fast on the half beat like that with the same hand. So I wondered if you had premeditated it.
Yeah, no, it was more like your head was down. I saw the opening, so I was like, all right, let me throw that.
Cool. And that was me. That was a moment I was proud of too, because you had such a fast jab.
Let me tell you about that moment too.
Okay,
right there.
I'm ready.
When you caught me with those punches right there, my eyesight kind of like went.
Shh, don't tell me that. I just said you got the best chin ever.
Even if I get hit with a good shot, I'm good at just like
keeping the
gathering my
keeping
that focus. When you get hit, especially when you get blindsided or something like, it felt like I got blindsided with something.
Have you heard that? You heard that old interview with Tyson where he talks about the 3 things you need to knock somebody out.
No.
Where he talks about how you need space to accelerate the shot.
Okay.
Ideally, the person's moving into the shot, and ideally they don't see the shot coming.
Don't see the
and like for me, anecdotally, I think the most important of those is they don't see the shot coming. And that's one of the reasons why I hurt guys with my right hand is because they're here and I turn it over their shoulder and they don't see it.
It's like
you know, it's surprise. You know, So like that might have been one of those moments, but I'm not even talking about the punches. I'm talking about the entry. So you see. You hit me here, and I feint, I get you to jab, and then I follow your jab in. Because your jab's so fast. If you don't pull the trigger on it, I can't get past it. It's quick. So you see I feint,
I got you.
Yeah.
Because you was throwing the double.
I was trying
all the time. So that thing was actually really good for you to open up everything else.
I was trying, man. Yeah.
And then boom, that right hand you were just talking about that comes over.
Gotcha.
And that one called me, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, all right, regather, Gio, regather.
And good job. Yeah, you did a really good job of like you said, you've been amateur long enough. You've been fighting long enough to be like, oh, I got to go tit for tat.
Yeah.
So I'd get in there and I'd throw some punches, and then you'd immediately throw some punches.
Yeah.
You know, I tell my guys all the time that like fights are won and lost by somebody getting like 2 or 3 moves ahead. And you and me never let either person get 2 or 3 moves ahead. We just kind of stayed on each other the whole time. You got me with a nice 2-piece here. 1-2, and I threw.
Oh, so I rolled with that one and I came back.
Yeah. You could see things getting wild. Oh, that was the last 10. That's why. I was like, why'd things get crazy all of a sudden?
Yeah.
They were like, ding, ding, 10 seconds. I think you and me both felt that every round.
I gotta throw. But what I was saying in this corner right here, I was telling my coach, I was like, he is strong. And I was like, he's on me. I'm getting a little tired in there. And they was telling me, stay off the ropes, keep on the jab, keep on checking him, check him, keep moving around.
Our corner was very similar.
Yeah? Oh, was it?
Where Lee's like, change levels.
Okay.
She was like, change levels. Don't stand in
That's
front
good
of
instruction
him.
right there.
You know, so the same thing was like, your corner was like, don't be on the ropes. My corner was like, don't be in front of him. Yep. And you were like, I'm feeling tired. And I was like, my legs are getting tired from trying to stay on him. You know, trying to stay on him. So you and me had very similar corners.
Round 2. I think I told myself right there too. I was like, all right, Gio. I was like, come on, we got to come out there and think. So this round, I definitely tried to like, do a little bit more, thinking in there and stuff like that. Especially what I saw when you came with the first round. So you see, like I'm more conscious of your double jab now. But I'm like, all right, it's gonna put my head down. That's how I slipped the double jab. It was 1, And then I'm like, if another one's coming, I'm just gonna go like this, like Floyd does.
Gotcha.
And so, and then maybe push off or something.
Yeah.
But
and we talk about veteran tricks. I try to do the same every time that head was down. I was trying to.
You did a
hang
good job,
on you.
yeah. Just like
I was like, I can take away his speed a little bit if I can tire out his low back a tiny bit.
I'm surprised you didn't go to the body a lot.
Your body, dude. Can I tell you? Don't take this the wrong way.
Okay.
Don't take this the wrong way. This is a compliment, I swear. You were a little easier to hit over the left shoulder than I thought you'd be.
Okay.
And you were way harder to hit to the body than I thought.
Was it because of this?
I wanted this. I wanted your liver badly.
Ooh.
But what kept happening is every time I'd try to go from your left side to your right side, I'd run into your right hand. And that's why Lee was like, change level. She's like, get under, because I'm just walking through your cross lane.
Okay.
The body.
I'll give him a trick for next time.
Yeah, please.
Aim for right here. You work right here, work right here, and then like eventually I'm just gonna come up.
My brain says if I do this, I'm not fast enough to do this.
Ooh.
And
okay.
my brain says you got a really good cross.
So you think you're
so
gonna
if
get
I
hit over the top.
if I do this, which would make me fast enough, I'm in your cross lane.
But I think the setup with the changing the levels, like your wife was saying, boom, boom, and then maybe boom, boom.
Yeah, I'm pretty risk adverse. The idea of going low in front of your cross hand is not something I would usually put in my arsenal. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, it'd make me nervous. Yeah. All right, let's keep going. Cool. See, and there you attacked the body.
That's the first time I went to the body in that fight.
Dude, and I was literally, when you did it, I was like, oh, thank God we trained for this. I was like,
so, but it was a whipping shot. Did you feel it? Because it was a whipping shot.
It caught on my arm.
Okay.
Your reputation preceded you, where we talked about those 4 things that you did really well. The threat was there, and I was like aware of it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely prepared. All right.
I tried. Jab into the body.
So that was really good, but then again, I came back with the right hand after.
That was my best, like, nail you Inoue impression. Isn't that how he got Fulton?
Yes. Boom, and then boom, boom. Yeah. That was a great shot, too, right over the top.
If only I could punch like nail you Inoue.
And then I think me coming back with the right hand right after that kind of disturbed your rhythm right
nullifies the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So play right here. So you see how I keep my head locked in right here, here? When you come back, it just locked in.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere.
It's not really like.
And I could feel that. Again, it's the same thing that I said. I was like, if you hit somebody, their head doesn't move. You're not going to hurt them. And you can see, I bounced a couple shots off of your head, but you didn't budge a centimeter.
Yeah.
So there's no way you were going to get hurt by those punches. Yeah, and again, you can see.
Yeah, I feel like that ricochets hurts you.
Yeah, you
really
can
do.
see, you know? Yeah. That was the Canelo moment I was talking about, where I think that my crowd from like back over here, they were like, "Yeah, coach," and in my mind I was like, "That didn't fucking work." I was like,
"Thank you." See, I didn't know if I was throwing any power shots to you, because I was like, "I'm gonna just pop shot him the whole fight."
Yeah, that's the right move. I'm a pressure fighter, through and through. So you had the right idea throwing like little pot shots like that, because they fuck up my rhythm. Yeah. Something that would have been good is in that little hiccup moment. You can build some momentum off of that moment. Yeah. It's the same thing. It's the same reason why the framing works. It's like I'm moving on like a rhythm, and then you frame and it stalls out my rhythm.
I got what you're
saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so that was a really good right hand from you. I was trying to give it back to the best of my ability. That was the most embarrassing moment in the fight for me. I don't think anybody except for a fighter would care.
What?
But I just fell ass over elbows on that 3.
What,
yeah, just there. Yeah, so watch. I come
see.
in right here, and I throw this 3, and the only reason that I don't fall over is because you're in front of me. Like, I go...
Oh, I see the little trip up in the legs. I didn't beat that.
I'm glad. And I was trying to create space with my head when you were hanging on me.
You know, somebody also told me the lower man usually wins.
Yeah.
So I was trying to get my head like down.
That's the I heard Triple G talk about in an interview. He talks about if 2 bulldozers meet, it's the smaller bulldozer that gets the win. You know. So yeah, you can especially see like in those moments. It's obvious. We're like, we hit, you tie up, and I try to get low. And
I'm trying to get low, you getting low.
Yeah. You and me are going to be like headbutting each other's knees soon.
Yeah, that was a good right hand over the top right there, right over my shoulder.
Yeah.
And then me trying to fight off the ropes again. I was just, right there, I'm just trying to survive. I'm like, If I just throw punches, try to
This
keep
is
them off.
there it is. So like, let's look. So like, that's literally what I was talking about earlier. You can see the positioning really obviously here. So like, if you see,
Yeah, you're standing right in front of me.
yeah. So when I walk in and watch my feet, I walk right here. So I'm on your left side. When I'm on your left side, things are good. Things are going fine.
Yeah, you
can
tell
see
me like how you have your leg right there.
I'm hitting. I'm finding punches, and then watch right here. I walk into your cross lane, and I immediately get lit up.
Oh.
And that's what I mean when I say I struggled to get to your right side.
So I mean, like usually us Orthodox fighters, we're usually just naturally drifting to the left.
Yeah, and I try to always drift to the right because that's that old school knowledge.
Yeah.
Get away from the power side.
Yeah.
You know.
Wow, that makes
it's so obvious when you see it.
Damn.
Yeah. When you see it, that you take one step and all of a sudden it's bang, 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 and I'm like, I'm standing in the cross lane. Yep, and that's what Lee was saying. She was like, get under those punches.
Okay.
You know.
Especially if you're gonna drift over there. Yeah. I got
Unfortunately for her, she married a meathead, and here we are. Yeah, so that was a really good moment, and it allows you to exit after building some momentum. Yeah, and I remember that moment too. The same way that you demoralized me by talking to me in the first round, when you were walking back to the center of the ring, I was like, I'm gonna stay right on him. The second he turns around, I was like, we're in a fight.
I was just about to ask you there, like, why'd you let me walk out? Like, kind of.
Something that used to get me in trouble is I'd get too hung up on keeping a guy on the ropes. And then I'm doing stupid things, I'm compromising my position, I'm pushing in, and then I'm getting hit with shots anyway. So like something Bob told me at the pros camp, he was like, if you got him on the ropes once, you'll get him on the ropes again.
I got you.
Yeah, he was like, be patient, rinse and repeat. You know, so I tried to stay on you, but not necessarily get too hung up with like keeping you on the ropes. You know, fun swimming here. Yeah.
It's a lot of back and forth so far.
Yeah. There was another liver shot that I barely caught.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, I feel like I caught you on the arms right there. You know, just something to throw. But you can see like that 6 you're throwing. I see what you're saying. I was looking out for that motherfucker. I was not trying to get hit.
This is this whole situation here from here until we swing back over is like it's really nice boxing.
Yeah, it is.
You know, my favorite thing in boxing is seeing like two guys throwing a lot of punches, being aggressive, and nobody getting hit. So like we watch this.
Yeah, and you have a good tight
guard. You
guard.
and me are both right here. We're doing a really good job of nullifying what the other guy's doing. Where we're missing, and then you make me miss, and then I catch, and then you exit, and like it's awesome. You know, that's fun. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. God, you just slip out. You do that.
Throwing that shit. Yo, that's crazy. You was really trying to like.
I was trying to kill you, bro. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like,
no, look, go back to that shot.
Yeah.
It was going to the heavens. Look at it. Wow.
You did a good job, man.
Going to the heavens.
Yeah, I had 2 or 3 of those where you got out of the way and I was just like Mario over here.
Yeah, Mario. Absolutely.
Lee was telling me in the corner after the second round to be careful with my right hand.
Okay.
Because I miss like that.
Ooh, that body.
I'm super open. I'm glad that my 6 was scary enough that you just wanted to get out instead of like staying in there, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I knew the 1-2 was something that was going to be for me. Just throw it. Oh, that right hand right out the exit, right?
Yep. Yeah, that was a good moment. You see me smiling
here?
Yeah. Because I like that moment. Again, same thing I said with Berto Duran. Everybody gets hit. A good fighter doesn't get hit with the same thing twice. So, like, you see, you hit me with the 2-piece here. Where is it?
Right. It was like,
there. You hit me with the 2.
Yeah.
And then I nod. And then you try to throw the 2 again. And I get under it.
Oh, okay.
And then I pop up smiling. I was like, not twice.
That's not going to happen again.
I was like, not twice.
He's like, I have to hit him with it for him to realize.
You can see me just having a good time.
Yeah. You do a good job with just really tight and then just like catching.
Trying to stay
a little, those little short shots. Yeah.
I was trying to feint in.
Yeah, you see those little short.
Did that liver shot do anything? It was like the only. I think I only had one or two liver shots in the whole fight. This one right here. Did that get in or no?
I think it caught me on the muscle. Yeah, it didn't get full knuckle.
Yeah. I just remember, we're getting near the end of the second round. Mm-hmm. And I remember, especially after that exchange, where you and me traded a lot in the corner there. Yeah. Where I was like, he's fresher than I want him to be. And in my head, I'm mentally tapping out like, I'm good. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't.
I've had enough.
I've had enough. Exactly.
You got a good poker face. You're going to need that when you're doing the long fights at pro.
That
poker face gets you through,
And also, like, again, with those little short shots, if you go back a couple, like, those little short shots right there.
Punches.
Yeah. And those were giving me problems throughout the fight. Yeah. Where, like, I felt your strength.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to, giving you a compliment. You're a good enough boxer that you're hard to pot shot. Mm-hmm. Anytime that I hit you with, like, a clean shot, it's like feint, throwaway punch, real punch. I gotta, like, really dress it up. You know what I mean? So those little punches are me trying to, like, get you to overcommit to something defensively,
You ever see that guy?
Michael Jai White.
Michael Jai White.
Yeah, where he's teaching Kimbo how to throw the jab.
That's exactly. Yeah. So I feel like when you slowed it up, especially when you try to pop shot and then you slowed it up, that's where you get to catch me or something like that.
That was one of my notes, like, watching the fight. Mm-hmm. I was like, I should throw more throwaway punches. Less
like change your speeds.
Yeah, exactly. Traded the jabs there. Traded the jabs again, and there goes the mouthpiece.
And you knocked out my mouthpiece right there on that.
And I showed this to a couple of my fighters, and they were like, why didn't you pounce on him? Yeah. And I was like, I don't want to beat him because his shoe's untied.
Boxing is a gentleman's sport.
That's right. It's like there's a difference between fouling, like holding a guy and buying some extra time and grabbing the ropes.
That's all within the sport,
And malicious fouling, like elbowing a guy or headbutting a guy
after a hook, stuff like that.
Like I think hitting a guy when his mouth guard's out, that's a malicious foul. I can knock your teeth out. You can't absorb for it. Like
you cut your lip real bad.
You cut your lip real bad. That'll fuck you up. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like I differentiate between those. I'm not opposed to a dirty fight.
Yeah.
But malicious is different. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Of course, man. I don't know if you do the same for me, but I like to think you would.
Yeah, no. I would've.
Yeah. Last 10 seconds, you and me are like going to war.
Yeah, we're going back at
fire,
it.
Fire. And
I saw that. I was so tired that I just wanted to get to the corner.
In my brain, I was like, after I let you put your mouth guard in. Like I was tired too. You were tired. But that 10-second bell hits, and what'd you and me do? Do as many fucking punches as we could, as fast as we could.
Especially in the third.
Yeah,
at the end,
because because we're both tired, but we don't want to lose.
Mm-hmm. So in the corner, between the corner, from second to third, my corner man was saying, "Gee, wasn't you saying before the fight this is gonna be easy work?"
Like that.
He was like, "Ain't you the champ from last year?" He was like, "I want you to go out there, show me what you're made of. You talking all this shit, show me what you're made of." Good. I told him, I was like, "Oh, I'm tired." I was like, but then I looked at him. I looked in his eyes. I got you, coach.
You remember what I said? Because I don't even remember what I said.
I remember you said I look like ass. I remember you telling me, remember to box.
Yeah.
I got a little bit of tunnel. I let the moment get to me a little bit in this fight. I got a little bit of tunnel vision. Just being like, I need to win an amateur boxing match. Volume. Pressure.
Second round, I thought I lost. In the second round.
But you came back. That's what makes a good fight. You looked at your coach.
Yeah.
He said, show me what a champion is. And you said, all right, let's fucking go.
I thought I lost the first one, too.
Let's fucking go.
I was both rounds. At this point, I was like, I am fighting to survive.
I felt shitty in there, too. You know? So, like, you and me are both having a fight.
That's crazy how we both had like, the same thoughts about ourselves and stuff like that.
Like, because I was in there and I'm like, I'm not doing nearly enough. I was like, he's defending all this. He's hitting me with his right hand.
And I was saying the same thing. I was like,
you were saying, I'm not doing nearly enough. He's hitting me with his right hand.
I'm getting hurt. Shit.
That cracks me up, man. But that's good. That's how you get better, you know?
Wow.
Yeah, like I said, you are, without a doubt, the best guy that I've fought, you know?
Thank you.
Which is awesome. Yeah. Yeah, and I really thought I had it at the start of this round. I have really good boxing for like the first 30 seconds of this round, and then it just all like falls apart. You can see I'm like actually slipping and changing levels and getting offline and framing. You know, because just like you, I went to my corner.
Oh, look at that right hand. You pause it right when it.
I didn't mean
right
to.
when
We'll go back. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
Like and subscribe. You'll learn a lot from this. Honestly, it's some really good eyes watching each match. Everything he puts up, really good eyes, really good intuition. Like and subscribe.
But just like you, I went back to my corner, and Lee was like, "You look like shit out there," and I was like, "I have to win the third round." I was like, so I gave everything I had, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to like stay on you and get my head offline and keep my feet under me and hit the body and like I was like maybe you can break his composure here. But then right there, like that was the moment where like you went 1-2. I was like, fuck, he's still punching on the half beat. And then you went body. And I was like, he's still thinking. Only a guy who's thinking goes to the body. If you're not thinking, you're just slugging for the head.
That's a great way to think about it.
And I was
Only
like,
a guy who thinks is going to the body.
I was like, damn it, he's way more dangerous than I was hoping he'd be in the third. You know? Yeah. And I try to tee you up. But again, you're still throwing. And so you catch me there, popping up. You're still jabbing. You're doubling up. That's what I said to you in the locker room afterwards. I was like, you're still doubling up on the same hand. And like,
and those shots, granted, those were just arm shots.
Yeah.
I was not.
But again, they don't need to be hard to fuck up the rhythm.
Yeah.
Because you can see there, like, I'm swinging around and I'm trying to swim in here. And like, watch, like, where's that little arm punch? I'm in. And that interrupts my rhythm. I have to start again. And that interrupts my rhythm. And that interrupts my rhythm.
I got you.
And you can see every time you touch me, those are just jabs, but they stop me from like swinging through and loading up a hook, you know? Yeah. And that was a good 6.
You
You did land that, and it was sexy. I remember eating that shot and being like, yeah, we're in it. Yeah.
We're still going.
And I go over to my left and move right into. And again, that's what I was saying. Like every time I tried to move to my left, you're right. Either the 2, the 6, something is there that is a threat. So something I say to my guys a lot is like, you can defend a punch or you can disincentivize a punch, you know? So like, you don't need to defend your liver if the threat of me going to your liver is dealing with your right hand.
Yeah.
If that disincentivizes me enough from doing it, then you defended the
And
punch.
I also took a step out as you took a step in. I took a step out throwing that punch too.
Let me see that.
You see, as you drift, kind of.
Yeah, I was so fucking tired.
That was also like a way out of the ropes, out of the corner right there.
Nice, good. That's the easiest exit from the inside. Is just pulling through on that elbow and just walking to your right. You know, Nice, good too. I'm trying to give it back.
And you came right back. Yeah,
I was trying to do what you were doing for the first 2. That was the only time you finally got me.
I was like, I have to hold it. He hit me 5 times.
I want you to know, I held back in that moment, being like, stop fucking clinching me. I did.
You did say something like that.
Maybe I couldn't hold it back. I said the quiet part out loud. Exactly. Yeah. Good.
I'm sorry.
And was that in purpose, walking behind the ref, by the way?
Yeah. I always do this. Like, I'll just walk out and walk back in.
You and me both look like we were gonna like tag team the ref there for a second. Right here, we're like, all right, let's get him. Now's our chance. And that's another one of those moments where I'm falling through when I throw, so I can't throw and couple it. You can see in every single one of those moments.
And I'm actually letting you start first too. I'm just trying. Yeah, I got you. I
fall. Yeah. So I'm only throwing singles because I'm so committed to them. You know, it's fall through. If I wasn't as tired as I was, then I could have gone throw. You know, and maybe I would have been able to do something with it. You were saying you were letting me lead.
Yeah. As you see, after the break, you started first. Because I was tired enough where I was like, I'm gonna conserve my energy just to counter off of him. Smart. Yeah, and just let him come in, and then maybe I could breathe, and then come back.
Cool. I was trying. It's so fun watching it, especially now, knowing that we're both fried. You know, you can see my legs right there. Watch my legs, man. I'm glad that you. I'm glad that you couldn't see it in the moment.
I got you.
But like when we frame off here, where is it? Right here. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so tired. You can see the legs just bounce.
And salute to you. You kind of just get right
I
back
tried.
in it.
I tried. Because so
yeah.
much of it's about having a poker face. That's one of the reasons like why distance running is so important for like combat athletes, for boxers. The point is you're kind of getting comfortable with just suffering a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that was the moment you landed. I don't want to let that moment pass by because that was another really good moment for you. I think it was where you landed 3 jabs. 1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah, and then
you
all
see
just
me
pop.
nod.
Yeah,
because they all landed. And I was like, damn it, neither of us have strung 3 punches together on each other, and then you got 3. Pretty tired, 1, 2, 3, and all of them land. Yep. And you see, it makes me think coming in.
And I was like, I'm just gonna try to like, you know, kind of like have you smother yourself a bit.
I was definitely doing that, especially in the 3rd round, where like, I wanted to get past your jab and cross.
Okay.
Because I don't have a fast jab and cross, you know, but I know how to position myself on the. I got strong legs, and I know where to put my head.
Yeah.
So like everything I was doing in that 3rd round, I was like, just skip this distance, just get in on him.
You have good punch placement too, but I guess like you're saying, the tiredness and you know fatigue and stuff like that.
Absolutely, yeah. And I remember really putting a little
you got
extra
your head
mustard
in there, under
onto
there,
that
right?
shit. I was like, keep
Wow, that could have been a headbutt,
yeah, and then
guys.
you grabbed the fucking rope, so I don't want to hear it, okay?
I grabbed the ropes and I was like, oh my god.
That was a punch that I decided to put a lot of ass on.
Go back to it, because I did see the swing.
And I don't want to say I'm glad it missed. I'm glad it missed, but like I was hoping it would land.
Ooh,
yeah, you can see.
Okay.
I throw this hard right hand over your shoulder, and you just barely get out of the way. And I
got what you said.
I threw that punch so hard, and it had a hip on it.
Did I catch you in between that 6?
You did. That's what stood me up and made me miss it.
Because I thought I caught you more in the chest.
Yep. Let me look. I know that you definitely fucked up my posture.
Because I remember throwing that shot.
Yep.
Just like as a natural 1-2.
See, I whiff the 2.
Yeah.
Barely miss it. Yeah, you hit me with that.
Oh.
Yeah, you hit me with
that.
that.
So it was right in between the 1-2.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, I tried to throw that liver shot. I think that was the 2nd liver shot I landed, but again, it just wasn't good.
Yeah, because you didn't go to it the whole fight. It's fairly fresh to the body, both of us.
Yeah, we're swimming. Boo, hiss.
Yeah.
That's good though.
Did you knock out my moupiece or did I spit it out?
I don't know, but you'll think this is funny in the corner. Steven's like, get your foot off the ropes. And then I get my foot off the ropes, and I go to walk because my legs are tired. I don't want to just stand there.
Yeah.
And Melissa's like, stay in the neutral corner. And I'm like, damn it. Like, so I walk all the way back. I'm just getting yelled at while you're
I'm just trying to rest, guys. Catch a quick breather. Oh, and I would say, too, this is the most times I've ever like touched gloves with an opponent. A lot of respect.
I got
to
it,
you.
man. Yeah,
I had the respect for you because I knew you knew your shit.
And I felt the same way. Like I know that you've got so much experience at such a high level. I was like, he's gonna make adjustments. The days of me fighting to just like pummel a guy are like way behind me. That was in my like teens and my early 20s. I don't care if I pummel a guy. I want to learn how to box better. And you only do that by running into somebody else who knows how to box well.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
So, like, I had a lot of respect for you going in there, too. I appreciate it. Yeah. Speaking of respect and us going tit for tat, right here, I land the 2, you land the 2, I land the jab, you land the jab.
They were just going back and forth. Boom.
Nice. Good, smart frame, by the way. And for me, too. Both of us, smart frame. Yeah.
Yeah, you called me with that 2 over right there, and I
try to frame with my arm long, and then you close off my cross lane and slide in.
And also with that
there,
with that 2 that you also landed me with, I feel like you were a bit too far.
Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah, because there was supposed to be more of a.
Because I was trying to skip the middle distance. I was trying to go from all the way out to all the way in where I felt safer. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
Yeah.
So I got like the very end of the shot.
Yeah.
Where like most of the power probably snuffed out already.
Yeah, and I definitely, not to sound like a sore guy, but like I definitely was trying to push you down.
No.
I was like, please.
I respect it.
I was like, be tired, be more tired
Absolutely.
than me. You know? Yeah. I'm trying to keep moving my head, and there's another one where I fall through.
Oh,
And
so
I was
those
like,
4 punches right there,
Yeah.
they were the lightest punches I threw in there.
Oh, I remember thinking that after blocking them, I was like, I should be punching him right now.
Yes.
I was like, I shouldn't be defending these
After I
fucking
threw those punches, I was like, he's gonna come back. He felt that those weren't real. Oh my God, Gio.
That is what I felt. You're absolutely. That's funny. Let's look at that again. That's so funny.
Because I threw those out of
Yeah.
desperation right there.
Yeah.
So that was a hard punch that
Yeah.
I actually tried to throw, and
Yeah.
that took out some
All
good
of it.
energy
Yeah,
for me.
I get that.
And then those 4 punches afterwards was like, just get them
That's
off.
like the recovery.
So I could
The
move out.
active
Yeah.
recovery. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, let's go. And you see, I immediately am just like,
That's hilarious.
I love
That's hilarious.
That was the only 3 I landed on your chin, I think, in the whole
you hit me
fight.
with 2 good hooks there
Yeah.
too.
And that's the last 10.
Yeah, last
and
10.
And we're doing our best, like, Julio Cesar Chavez
my
impression
God.
in here.
I even went back to the corner after
Yeah.
the fight. So if you pause it,
Yep.
I went back to the corner.
Yep.
And I told my coach, I was like, I lost this.
I said the same thing.
I was like, I lost this, guys.
Yeah.
Right. One of them said maybe, the other one said yeah. And I was like, yeah, I lost this.
Yeah,
I lost it.
that's fine. Lee said the same thing to me. Where, like, I went back to my corner, and she was like, well, you learned. I was like, oh, that's never good. I was like, you never want to hear that.
That's a wifely statement right there.
Yeah.
You learned.
You learned.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah,
she's
you're
like,
asking the
yeah, I'm
judges.
asking. He's like,
And they go split decision. You see me roll my eyes. Nice
You
job,
see my
man.
face? Like,
Yeah,
what?
Nice job. That was
Oh,
awesome, dude.
man.
Nice. So, like, takeaways from the fight. You know, I can definitely tell you, when we fight again, yep, I'll try to not smother my work, and I'll try to find a way to get to your right side.
Yes. So I feel like
Yeah.
you did that a lot. You smothered
Yeah.
yourself. And I tell people that all the time in the gym. Like, if you're gonna catch somebody on the ropes,
Yeah.
take a step back.
Yeah. I got a laugh out of your coach, and I was like, yeah, I was out there doing my best Sean Porter impression, smothering all my work, just throwing
Yeah.
myself in there.
And in and out.
More foot feints and
Yeah,
stuff like
and
that.
just
yeah.
like you were
with
saying,
you, I was
up and
doing a
down.
lot of like level feints.
Uh-huh.
Where like I'd dip down low,
Uh-huh.
and then I'd spring up high,
Uh-huh.
you know, trying to get you thinking I was coming in. But foot feints are less risk.
I think your guard is very nice and tight.
It's my best thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a very good tight guard.
Yeah.
Switch up that jab up and down.
Cool.
Work it.
Cool.
Yeah, I think that would be great for a style like you.
Nice.
Especially you coming in
Yeah.
and stuff like that. It would
Trying
be
to
a
think
good
of
range
who's-
finder.
I'm trying to go,
too.
who's a guy, a little pressure fighter that works that jab high and low really aggressively. I think
Madonna.
Maidana's a good one.
Yeah. He did that against. If you see him against Floyd,
That's a really good
he
point.
just like and,
Yeah.
and it wasn't even like a
Maidana
fast
went against
jab.
Floyd with the same game plan I went in with you.
Yeah.
Being like, get to his left shoulder,
Uh-huh.
come over the shoulder, over the shoulder, you know?
And then maybe just work it to the body. If you have anything for me, I don't know.
Framing.
Framing.
Frame it.
Work on
Yeah,
that
the framing works.
Okay.
Work on that framing and work on a turning me off of the ropes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure your coaches
Grab
have
and
heard me
turn him.
screaming at you
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, especially when you lock under the elbows and turn out.
This is going to sound like a hilarious thing to say because you have beat me in a boxing match.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I have a video on how to turn people off the ropes on my YouTube channel.
I'll go check it out. I'll go check it out.
Thanks, my man.
Cheers.
Of course, dude, you're awesome.
Hell
Of course,
yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Something for him. I'm just gonna like, we're just both gonna know what to expect.
Dude,
coming back in there.
It's the best thing in the world, dude. Yeah, what can I say? It's a small talent pool. I don't know how fast you're going pro.
Uh-huh.
Once you go pro, you'll lose me, you know?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I can't follow you. But I hope we get to run it back a couple more
absolutely.
times before that. So win Centrals for me.
Absolutely.
I'll win Norths for you. We'll make it happen. Good
Dude,
fight, man.
yo.
Later.
Thanks, man.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hell
Guys,
yeah.
drive safe and
When
stuff, all
you
right?
fight.